Oh, is that another bear? Or should I say another victim? It's made a bunch of clay stuff to fire up. Oh my god, there's just so many boars here. This was a yellow apple tree over here too. So now we got 16 apple tree cuttings to plant. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Plop and plop. Got a first hammer and a first pickaxe. Let's go. Awesome. Now we got a cool little stone path here that cuts through the berry bush little garden and connects the front and the back of the house together. Let's get inside so we can run away from the horrors of the outside. Welcome back to another, oh gosh. Let's redo that. Welcome to another episode of EmberWood. Last time we just finished getting the copper hammer and the copper pickaxe, which is awesome. So we can start making the next steps to get ourselves properly into the copper age. Hello, this is Future ArtNat here, and I made a big dumb mistake. A lot of footage for this episode got recorded with no game audio, and that really sucks because it's a good amount of footage, and I don't really want to not use some of that footage. So, sorry, just bear with it that a part of this episode is just gonna not have game audio. You already got the part just before this had no game audio. So there'll just be a bit more with no game audio, and eventually there will be game audio again. Wahoo! But that might be more towards the later part of the episode. I don't know yet how long this episode's going to be yet because I still have to record more stuff and do more stuff. But yeah, thank you for bearing with, and on with the episode. Let me show you some stuff. I've done more progress on the house in terms of the wood beam situation. I think it's okay. I don't know. I'm trying it out, and I still don't know how I feel about the wood detailing. Do let me know what you think about the wood detailing or the stick beam detailing. The words, they are hard. But I basically tried continuing this design from this side of the wall and tried putting it everywhere. I did on here, even though the bush kind of occludes some of it. I did a little bit of it up here. I finished this part up here. Also, I was able to get rid of, if you remember from last episode, there was a wooden beam mistake that I was stuck there. And I was able to figure out how to get rid of it. Something that's funny though is a visual glitch or something. So there's a hitbox here for a wooden beam, and I go to destroy it, and it's a little hard to see, but you can see on the left there's an invisible beam that is being broken, and I can hold left click here to keep breaking, and it will infinitely be trying to break a wooden beam or a stick beam that does not even exist. So I don't know how this happened, but I thought that was interesting and funny. And continuing the stick beam stuff, we just kind of created a border around the windowsill, and we actually also added these support thingies for the windowsill things. It definitely makes it feel more supported and doesn't feel like it's gonna fall down or something. I tried to have diagonals or stuff in this space, kind of similar to how I did over here, but I just couldn't get it to work because of it conflicting with other hitboxes, and maybe it might be possible, but I didn't feel like bothering because it was not working for me as I was trying. Then we got over here, and over here did the same windowsill thing, and then we got it here. This was a little tricky because of this inward corner thingy and how the roofs intersect. If we actually go up on the roof, because of this weirdness to get some of the wooden beam lines, I had to sneakily hide a wooden beam that goes right here. Yeah, right there. It sticks out a little bit, and if you know where to look, like I'm showing you, you can see it. But it's not too bad, and it allows me to get, if I go down here, get this wooden line right here. Because I could get that wooden line probably starting from here, but then it would be tough to place the bush more easily. And then also this ladder, very much ladder, and then all the blocks surrounding very much are conflicting with the placing of stuff. So that this was kind of the only way I was able to get it to work. And as you also saw up here, I kind of did this here. I just did the same design that's on this side of the wall, but kind of making it look like it got cut off by the roof. I would say the exterior of the house is pretty much officially done now. I think. Hopefully. I don't know. Oh yeah, and something to note for the part here with the stick beams, I did have to break these bushes, and luckily I was able to replant them, so that worked out. And then we also did a lot of harvesting of crops towards the end of last episode. It partially got cut off. I did a little bit towards like the very end, and then I just planted some more stuff here, some more flax, some more soybeans, and some onions. I would have planted even more flax potentially, but a lot of the stuff was already flax and the K levels were down. So you got to do crop rotation stuff so that the levels can replenish in the different spots. But it looks like we actually have even more flax ready to harvest. So let's just harvest that real quick. And from the harvests we just did and what we harvested last episode, these are all the grains and stuff we got. Some of the soybeans, a bunch of sunflower grains. And then, yeah, here's all the flax fibers we got. We got this many. I got literally just 3 more stacks in my inventory right now. And then this isn't actually all the food. I cooked a lot of the food into, well, the bowl I'm eating right now. I sealed some stuff in here, or was it in that? Or I put a lot of food in places. Yeah, I got some more food here. Are they sealed? I don't remember. I added a new mod to the series called Vanity per the suggestion of a comment on the first episode. I knew it existed. I kind of just, I don't know, I forgot about it, so I just didn't include it initially. Yeah, because this way I can have my armor, but then I can have my visual aesthetics too, because the reason they commented that was because like literally at the beginning of episode 1, I like throw off my hunter gear and stuff because I want to see my character's face. And although this bear armor is really cool, and I did enjoy the the fun little bear helmet, I am missing my character, seeing my character's head and stuff. So I'm gonna turn it off. And we can see here, now we got my little straw hat and that kind of stuff. I maybe want to turn off my straw hat too, just so I can see my character's head and face. Yeah, it looks cool. I look like a warrior or something. The straw hat look is cool, but I feel like it kind of clashes a little bit with the bear armor. So I'm going to leave it like this. The bear armor is still there, and I visually get to look how I want to look. And then I think I forgot to mention this last episode, maybe, I don't know. But when I was making a bunch of clay stuff last episode no, it wasn't then. It was after I gathered fire clay from last episode, I started making a clay oven and it used up all the fire clay. Like I think it was only like a stack of fire clay roughly, but it used up all the fire clay and didn't even finish. So when we go out for copper here soon, I will also go to that second fire clay spot we found and gather more. So that we can finish this and get a clay oven, and then we can start making bread, which would be awesome. And with all that said, I think we should start going to get the copper. We're gonna go to the copper spots. Like we found native copper bits here, some other bits, and you know, you might know the drill. Maybe you might know the drill if you're not too new to Vintage Story. But we'll go to the copper bit spots and we'll dig down, find the early game copper node veins, and dig those up. I believe I have like 5 potential places to go for this. All right, enough dilly-dallying. Let's just go mine the copper. Let's go. I hope you enjoyed that montage. I am not enjoying my situation here. So this is future art now once again here, except I'm further in the future than the first time future me appeared here. I'm so far in the future where I already fully finished, edited, and uploaded this video to YouTube and made the thumbnail and did all the like details and whatever. The only thing that was left to do was to actually schedule it for release. And then I realized there's some issues in the videos. It didn't get exported properly. I usually double check it before I get to that point, but I just didn't this time for some reason. And there was actually a different clip that was here before that I now am kind of redoing because the context and other details are different now and because of how I messed up. It's weird and confusing. I thought I lost some footage, and so I like edited the video and like all the future footage based off of that context. So the continuing footage from here is under the context that I lost some footage and some other stuff, whatever. But then I actually didn't. I found that footage. I found it, but it's also still not usable because it does, or it's hard to use because it doesn't have game audio. And I've already spent so long making this video already, and I have to move on, and everything's just annoying, and I am just done with this episode. I am tired. So sorry about that. This is probably the weirdest / worst put together episode. And now we're moving into the next clip where Past Me is going to talk to you about what you've missed and some other things from what I thought was lost footage, but isn't. But that's where we're continuing. So say hi to Past Me. We got 2 forges here. We got 6 ingots, or well, I guess 8 total there. We have some more copper tools ready. I have copper tools in my inventory. I believe we have some copper tools up here. Yeah, we got a bunch of copper tools. We are properly in the copper tool age, but I am out of copper, so that's not good. But I do have a prospector pick that got made. Oh wait, that's a copper hoe. Prospector pick that got made. So that's honestly the next main big objective, is that I need to find an actual like copper digging site to turn into a mine. And don't worry about this forge area that's a mess out here. It is very temporary. I do want to make a proper building. I was thinking of making like a temporary dirt cover place, but I felt like I would then get, oh gosh, I really need to wait this out. Okay, going back inside. I was thinking of making a more temporary like forge area just out of dirt and crap, but I know if I did that, I would get complacent and probably take longer to actually make a proper like smithing area. And so just leaving all the stuff outside the essentially my back door here, making it a mess, should hopefully encourage me to make a smithy sooner than later. And some other quick things that have happened. So I got my bear armor retired in here because the durability is just shot. It's all gone down to 0, so not too usable. I do still have the bear helmet on because it's got a little bit of durability left on it. I either need to kill some more bears, or maybe I start making the early game armor you can make out of flax. But I don't know if I want to use that for armor right away. I probably want to use that for a windmill first, to be honest. Oh, and the other thing is that I have finally upgraded to an oil lamp. I was able to do that pretty much at any point, like towards the end, or like at any point last episode, I was able to make an oil lamp. I just forgot about it. So now that I can finally be out here, I can show the copper anvil. We got a copper anvil, and you missed the most glorious, like extra stupidness. Like, yes, I was very stupid in the making of this video, but I was also stupid in the playing of just the vintage story, because when it finished cooling, I had like my anvil mold here, and it finished cooling. Oh, this episode is just not my episode. Oh my gosh, where were you? But as I was saying, so I had the anvil mold here, and I thought it finished cooling, and so I broke it early and lost my whole anvil. So I wasted like it was 9 ingots worth of copper. And so I had to make another anvil mold, which took some time, and then I had to use 9 more ingots for the mold, which is partially what made me like run out of copper, because I had enough copper for some more tools. I mean, I still have some here in the form of bars, but like, yeah, it was such a like stupid dumb moment. Right here, we're gonna forge up some tools. We'll do some actual forging now that we got a anvil. And let's take our first ingot. And what do I want to make first? I want shears. I do really want shears. I want to more easily be able to get saplings and sticks from the trees. This will be very nice. Haha, some nice spears, shears. And what do I want next? Ooh, another copper spearhead could be cool, but probably no, I should actually make some nails and strips so that I can actually get some chests going. That would be nice. What else could I make here that could be good? Oh yeah, I can make a chisel if I wanted to. Let's make nails, and then I think I will make like 2 copper spearheads or something. Yeah, there we go. We do need to cool these down, and a super quick way is to just throw them into water. Doop, boop, and doop. Beautiful. Now they're yummy to use in crafting. Oh, I completely forgot there's one more thing I do want to make with the copper ingots, and since I'm heating up one anyways, might as well heat up all of them and actually use them. We got our copper saws now. I also just made another copper pickaxe and a copper prospecting pick just to have extras. So copper saw, there we go. Make the other tools as well. And also another thing that didn't get captured because of my, again, stupidness, I cut down another whole redwood tree. I think some of it I turned into firewood and put in there already. But let's take some of this, just turn that into planks, and oh, this is great. We're also in the plank age. All right, let's do 4 nails for now to make ourselves some chests. Oh, I just thought of an idea of something we can do to actually accomplish a thing in this video. We just have to move over the clay oven because we're expanding. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Shovel. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to make an actual basement / cellar area. I need some ladders. And I think I'm just going to time lapse the rest of this. Or I guess montage. I can't really do a proper time lapse. Oh no, I accidentally opened that one. Whoops. Well, I guess we're gonna take... no, wait. Oh, okay, I didn't open that one. Wait, no, I did. Oh, why am I... oh, this is annoying. All right, well, I accidentally opened these two. They'll still last a bit, but I have to I have to eat them now. But yeah, we got a pretty much mostly done cellar here. We got all our grains and stuff here. They'll now last for 11.4 years and such. We got a bunch of shelves for so much food and stuff. Like this will be good for us for a hot while. And then we come out here and we have our basement stuff, which is where we're going to have some expanded storage. We'll have a bunch of double chests here. We'll have a little crate wall here. And then I was thinking this wall slash side can be like a barrel area where we have a bunch of barrels for tanning and all sorts of other nonsense. It's not the best looking, but I just used materials that I had easy access to, and that, yeah, just to make it a little bit decorative, I did use the stick beams in the corners here, but that's pretty much it. But eventually we'll be able to move pretty much all the storage to down there, and then hopefully I can turn this area into a more proper looking kitchen area, and then I can turn this into something else too eventually. I can maybe make this upper space look a little nicer. I also need to make the little bedroom area look a little nicer as well too, but we'll figure that out. Like maybe this whole wall could be lined up with clay ovens. Maybe that could be cool. Oh yeah, and I have some storage out here, which is just basically it's just the redwood logs right here, which isn't a lot. I should probably move these boards to in the basement, but I think I'm gonna leave the redwood storage out here for now. I might even put firewood into here. And then over here we have charcoal storage and probably brown coal storage later here, because there is some brown coal spots on the map that I want to go mine out probably next episode. Yeah, there's like visible brown coal here, and I know, yeah, there's brown coal bits over here. Like there's brown coal, and I should take advantage of that. But with all that, I'm gonna have to end it off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for bearing with the messiness slash badness of this video. Hopefully the next episode I won't mess up as badly on the video creation front. Well, until next time, see you later. Bye.